Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is going to be a daily message, so we'll just take what comes out and go from there, yeah? So who is ending being trapped? No longer suffering in silence, right? Having success, having hope, and an opening of a third eye. Somebody's kind of reflecting on the journey that somebody else has had. Maybe they didn't realize like how trapped you've been. Kind of looking at like the cultivation of like the foundational roots that have been planted. Understanding like where that roadblock has been, how long and arduous the journey has been. Yeah, to your Ten of Cups, to your divine bliss. Holding on to your hope. Having challenging structure, challenging your confidence, like your confidence within self. What you've been investing your time into, it's weird. It's like almost like not seeing the fruits of your labor come in through success and growth. It's almost like you said, oh no, this seed, even though I planted it, it should be a big tree by now. It should be bearing fruit. It's kind of like giving a gift with the expectation that they're going to give you just as good of a gift. Or you're going to get as good of a gift, right? And that's the misconception, right? Like a person can truly take time and be super thoughtful about like gifts, right? Go completely elaborate. And at a certain point, when people are not appreciative or they don't ever give you an equal gift or equal thought in the gift of giving, right? Like you don't give to expect, but at a certain point people do show you through what they give you, right? The way they show up for you. They're also saying too, like it's if you weren't with me in the trenches when I was struggling, then why are you going to show up with me when I'm like on a high flying disc, when I am not in a struggling state of being? And specifically, like if somebody has asked for help, right? If someone has asked for help, because they're trapped in fear, because they don't know which way is out, because they have no options, because they have no pathway, because they have no support team. Hit your knees and ask. Ask God to intervene. There is no higher magnetic field on the planet than the Creator, than the I Am. And the I Am lives in you. So, see where your reality has forced you into playing small, into thinking that you don't deserve your highest and best timeline, that the angels are not in your favor, that you literally have to struggle in strength to barely get the seeds that you've planted, right? That your seeds are so little, there's no way it can turn into a tree and blossom and bear the fruit that you desire, that's going to bring you into the divine union that is truly meant for you. What seeds have you planted? How have you given freely of your energy, of your heart, without expectation, allowing their timeline to be their timeline? Understanding that you gave everything you could give. At a certain point, you have to surrender and cut your losses because they're not waking up in this lifetime. Your job is to get into a partnership, into a state of being where you're no longer operating out of sorrow, out of it's way out here. When in actuality, it sits within you because you hold all the keys here. So for those of you, you're going on some kind of a journey. Something is unfolding for you, right? And so if you've never activated your heart's, your aura, right? You're filled. You've never felt you're filled. You do not need to get Reiki to fill your own energy. It is a misconception and an attunement that does not need to be done. You are a physical form. You are a soul having a human experience, and you probably have way more knowledge than anybody that is attuning you to anything can have, right? And so if you activate in the center and you hold them together and you pulse your energy and you bring it back in and you pulse it again, and if you put in that bubble what it feels like for success, what it feels like to grow, what it feels like for victory, where it feels like your seeds have planted and they are coming into fruition and you are getting your 10 of cups because damn it, you deserve it, right? Put that in that ball. And in the morning, you pull that energy into your heart, right? And feel it emanating from your heart center all the way throughout your body. Whatever you want in manifestation, you pull it from you. And if you can raise your head, your hands over your head, and you get to the outer edge of your aura and you push all the way up so you're stretched all the way, and you pull that into you too, you get that good stream of energy, right? And you pull it outside of your field. You get outside of yourself and you pull in the vibration of love and you fill the house with light and you fill yourself with light and you come to the realization of who you are and what the divine has in store for you, and you release all of the stuff that has been keeping you in lack, that has been keeping you in an impediment of what God has not divined for you. And I tell you what, you do that for 7 days and you are going to be operating out of a different timeline. You are going to be operating out of a different state of energy, and you are going to see like your third eye come online, and you are going to have your gifts activated, and things will start shifting. Like life will start shifting. Like yeah, it's like your relationships will shift, everything will change, but like you have to plant that seed of like what you truly desire in your field. Is it friends? Is it love? Is it a great job? Is it impact? Is it co-creating, right? Like what do you love? Like how is that? Do you need an animal for unconditional love? Do you need to feed that source, right? You're alone, but you're not lonely. Right? You're creating, but it's already been creation. And so like get into that state of being where you are operating out of a different paradigm, where you are love, where you are bliss, where you are joy, where you are activating a new timeline, where your energy is so potent that people can't stop but to stare at your energy because it is that ridiculous. Have you ever heard like when they say, you know, when you walk in the room, your energy announces it because everybody's already looking at you before you even like push through the door. And those Like, that is going to be the signature of the new transformed energy, right? It's funny because they're telling me it's like you have like a star quality to you. And that's part of the reason why these lower vibrational energies have been attracted to you your whole life. And they've been feeding on you, keeping you in trap and fear, right? So just give identification to whatever's holding onto your feet, because I can feel it, your shin area. Unleash like that chain and that like anchor, and like literally dissolve it however you want to do it. If you want to put it in light, if you want to melt it off, if you want to unlock it with a key, like you envision however that lock and that appendage impediment needs to be fully released, right? And you see, pull in that indigo, pull in that teal color, and allow it to just kind of release anything that you don't see, right? If there is a block on your throat, if there is a binding or wall around your heart center, like blast that shit open. Like allow yourself to like release all of the things that have bound you in this lifetime, right? That was karma. That was a lower timeline because you did not know better. And now that you know better, now that you have like a little bit more of an understanding as you're going on this journey, as you're unpacking yourself, as you're coming into your third eye, right? And as you move forward, like always remember where you used to be. Because you could not get to where you are currently or where you're gonna be in 5 years, right? Because in 5 years, the shit you're going through, it's not gonna matter. It will not matter. You'll either find yourself back in the place or you'll have learned from your mistakes and you'll be operating from a higher paradigm. But whatever it is, like honor the journey. Honor the uncovering of that process, right? Because that is going to be your secret to your success as you move forward. And as you cultivate a new lifetime. They just said virility. I don't know. Having to do with relationships, right? Maybe great sex is like a key focus for you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. If something in this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, be well. Ciao.